Good morning, Nigerians, and welcome to Politics and Business Television, your number one source for latest stories that makes everywhere in our countries be on top. Here with me in the studio have Anifat Apapa. Good morning, Anifa.
Good morning, Mr. Shittu.
How was the night?
It was fine, thank you.
Yes. Glory be to God. So, Anifa, we're going to be looking into some issues that happened yesterday. Yesterday, Monday, 13th January, was a very big day in our country. What I mean by big day in our country, it was yesterday that the, should I use the word, real battle in Oyo Kingdom. I'm talking about Oyo Alafin. So officially yesterday, Governor Makinde officially presented the staff of office to the newly Alafin of Oyo, talking about, we can't use the word prince anymore again because now he's the king. I'm talking about Abimbola Owade. That is one. And also yesterday, the same yesterday, Nigerian Football Federation, I'm talking about NFF, officially unveiled the new head coach, that's the Malian man. I'm talking about Eric Sekono Cheli, as the new head coach of Super Eagles. That's another story. That has also generated a lot of controversies. You know, some people say, no, we don't need this man with all records. It doesn't deserve to be the Super Eagles coach. We're going to also look into that. Then, the same yesterday, the principal of Islamic school in Ibadan, and also the ex-wife of Ooni of Ife, Olori Naomi, and the radio presenter talking about Oriyomi Hamzat, were all granted bail yesterday. You could remember what happened about during the December Fun Fair Christmas. So, you know, they were in stampede, and, you know, we lost like thereabout children. So since then, you know, they've been in custody of the government, and they are not going to reason. Not until yesterday, where, you know, they were all granted bail. And the last one is also the Lagos member of Lagos State House Assembly impeached the longest serving speaker. I'm talking about Mudashiru Obasa. When I use the word longest serving, Mudashiru Obasa has been in government since 1999.
He started his career as a councillor.
Yes. And if I look at it, for one man person to be, and he has been the one representing that constituency, that means you've not given other people chance to even come. The new bread, you've not given them chance to come. But yesterday, it was the end of this man's journey. So we're going to be looking into these one after the other. Anifa, I know you are a social media person.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
So you heard all what I said about this. But from your own part, what do you have for us on your social media trend?
From the social media trend, news has been making the round is about Mudashiru Obasa, who was impeached allegedly yesterday. It has been making the round on social media as people have tagged it a civilian coup, because unfortunately it wasn't even in the country when this impeachment took place.
You mean the speaker, right?
The speaker, yes.
Okay.
So imagine you sleeping wherever he is, maybe he's on vacation, yet to resume for the year.
Actually, I understand.
His phones are beeping, people telling him, you've been removed.
Oh, God, you've been removed.
And it's so crazy, because that means the next flight to Nigeria will be on the next flight to Nigeria.
Of course.
So we're actually trying to see what's going to happen, because Obasa too has actually been claimed. Many people on social media are of the opinion that his impeachment has been long overdue. He has been very disrespectful and has no regard for the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and other people are of the opinion that, maybe he was just removed because of his ambition of becoming the next
governor of
candidate of 2027. So many speculations are just coming on social media. We don't know which one it is actually, but we are all eyes on Obasa, because we are waiting for him to break silence, and we really hope.
But like I saw somebody posted yesterday that Obasa said nobody can remove me. I don't know, maybe you've come across that post.
I don't know. I've not seen that post, but like I said, Obasa too is a strong man, and that's like with the way he has been moving, with videos coming out of him about him coming out on social media of how he ruled in the House of Assembly. You can tell
he has been in charge of that. Yes, he has. Yeah, of course.
That things that even disregard. I saw a video of one time the governor of Lagos State sent candidate, and Obasa didn't even acknowledge those candidates. He
Wow.
sent them back. Like, so people have been bringing out different videos of him in the House of Assembly and how he rule and the rest. He's actually a very powerful person.
It seems like you are even grounded in politics. The way you're talking, like you really know what is happening politically in Lagos.
Though to a large extent, what we read in the media and read on paper, you have to fact check and be sure that
Wow,
it's correct.
that's a great. I'm highly present that. Well, still on that issue of the Obasa. Okay, let's see again. What do you have for us on your social media?
On social
trend?
media again, we have this gospel musician trending.
Yeah, I saw it.
Timileyin
Yeah,
Ajayi, who was caught with the head of his girlfriend.
What will you say is the cause? Do you have and kind of a deep idea about the story?
The story so far, investigation is still ongoing. We don't really know what the cause is or what could have happened, but you know how our social media is and the kind of society we are in. Speculations are going around that, oh, maybe it might be for ritual or maybe someone has told
If not
him,
for ritual, then what for what?
Because now it's just two things. Maybe, because now we don't even think it can be organ trafficking. It's either for ritual or for ritual. Maybe someone has told him you need to be known in your career. You want to be a popular musician, and so now this is the only way for him to go, because it's crazy because in the past when things like this happen, we see instances where people are blaming the victim that, oh, you are dating a Yahoo boy and what do you expect at the end of the day? This case is very different now because this girl is dating an alleged gospel musician, which you expect to be of best behavior, to be a good person,
man of God,
a man of God, and now today this is the situation. This is where she finds herself. My sympathy that we are family, because right now nobody deserves to go through something like this.
It's so sad when I saw the news yesterday. It's so sad. So let's quickly talk about the new Alafin, appointing Alafin. Do you have any? What do you know about, or what will you say about this appointment?
The last thing I remember, I know the last Alafin of Oyo died around 2022, and actually as someone from Oyo State, we've been expecting to have a new custodian of the seat for a very long time, and we know that a lot has been going on underground. That's why nobody has been able to sit on that throne. But now having a new person to sit on, though the Oyo Messi are still fighting, they don't want this person. And I even saw, I think the Basharo or somebody said they're not going to release the key to a shrine where they're supposed to perform rituals or something.
Let me tell you something. I don't know. There's this movie. I don't know whether you've come across this movie. This is a Basharuga on Netflix. If you don't even know the history of Oyo Empire, I think I will also implore our viewers and everyone to go and watch that. See, me, I'm also, yes, like you said, we're all from Oyo State, and we know, even though I'm not from Oyo Town, which I also believe you're not from town, but Oyo is Oyo. You know, this is the only, state, or this in the whole region that has the empire. Do you know what it takes to call a particular place Oyo Empire? You know, like we have the Benin, is it Benin Kingdom or Benin Empire as well?
Yeah.
So it's a very big, custody that you can't just store. You just feel anybody can just come and just, although from the government angle, the governor says that tool is not for, is not for sale. That's what he said. But to me, like you said, yes, the late Alafin of Oyo died sometimes 2021 or 2022 or thereabout. And since then, they've been trying to okay, this is a person. But, we have 5 kingmakers in Oyo, Alafin, starting from Bashoro that you just mentioned, you understand. These are the people that, that are in charge to select or to say, okay, this is the person, the next person to be the king of Oyo, Oyo ancient town. But reverse is the case. They've been dragging this issue with the governor of Oyo State before the governor finally, announced Omoba, or should I say the king now, that's Abimbola Owade. But like you said, I know this is going to be a very serious saga.
Serious.
I'm very sure about that.
Because the Yomisis are not backing down.
These are not, so you can't just think, and again, the way in which our politicians, our governors, are, interfering in picking or selecting the traditional ruler, I think it's high time they should stop. We've been having a lot of issues, and I'm still telling you that we'll still be having these issues.
And them even interfering is one of the reasons that is actually bringing disrespect to this tool, because then the the aura our kings used to have, I don't think they have that anymore.
No, 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 no. I don't think. Yeah, it's me too. I believe what you just said.
They don't do like so. This the traditional aspect should just still be kept. That way, we need to still honor and keep our heritage. Like this current Alafin of Oyo, I've seen media rounds making rounds on social media that why is it that the Ifas are not picking the people in the roots, the people.
Yeah, I also saw it. Yes, and if you check, I don't know whether you've come across this video. If you check yesterday when the new Oba, the new king, was after he entered Oyo town, it was just the siren. Somebody now made a comment like, "This is not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to come with all these rituals, welcoming, like the drumming,
yes.
This thing and whatever, what have you." But in that case, it's something. No, it's not about siren, blowing siren. That is not the new Oba is not politician. It's politician that use siren. So why will you be using siren? We should see the talking drums welcoming the new king and some other high chief. And if you check the video very well too, none of the high chief were there. But yeah, some people from the town, of course, definitely he's going to have his own people too. So they're definitely welcoming. But the right things, and also I came across a video where the governor says that, well, when he wanted to give his speech, say, today is not the day for me to say anything, but the day that we're going to do the proper coronation, that is the day people will hear. And I also came across the news that the governor says he's going to sue the king.
He even accused them of taking bribes. And
yes, we also saw it. So, but also some people also say that the governor also has an ambition while installing people from outside Nigerian. Because some people mentioned that the same thing happened to Ogbomoso. Ogbomoso is inside Oyo State. It happened in Owo too. So it also happened in Isheyin. So why is that? You also have an ambition. Everybody is accusing everybody. This one is accusing this one. That one is accusing that one too. So actually, but let's see, like I said, it's going to be a very long battle saga. And we don't know, nobody knows where it's going to land.
Actually, it's crazy that we still have issues like this because this battle has been so long already. We're talking about 2022 here. Until now, this fight is still ongoing. I feel like by this time now that it's already time for them to appoint a new Alafin. The issue should not even be out here right now. It should have been settled because it's more than 2 years already.
Of course, and some people were saying they shouldn't bring religious issue into that. What will you say to that again?
Now, because we know that as a Yoruba lady, I know that when you are a king, you are a custodian of the gods. And now you can't serve two gods. That's exactly what, like, the perspective we're coming from. You can't serve two gods. You can't be here and there. You have to be in one place. In our society today, we know we have Christianity, we know we have Islam, and we can't disregard the traditional worshippers as well.
Of course.
We have them. Those were the things we were even practicing before this other religious came.
You were practicing it or who?
Our forefathers were practicing.
I disagree with you. I disagree. Yes, you can say that maybe.
Our forefathers were practicing.
No, I disagree with you on that. I disagree with you on that. Although if you say yes, in Yoruba land, if I'm to use, because I'm from that region, so let me speak about that. I don't know about Hausa, I don't know about Igbo or other tribe. In Yoruba, if you say that yes, it seems like in those days our forefathers seems to go into that, but does not mean that that's what they were practicing. We also have some Yoruba that they are practicing Christianity, even though they believe that it's a missionary.
We're talking about Christianity, before the birth of Christianity.
Oh, are you saying before the birth of Christianity?
Before Christianity came into the country. Now we're talking about years back, like centuries back. That's what we're talking about.
I won't want us to go because we've not done our proper findings on that, so we shouldn't go deep into that. So, well, before we wrap up on these, because it's just going to be a brief discussion, before we wrap up on these and Alafin, well, like I said, it's going to be a very,
a long tussle.
A long tussle, exactly, because the kingmaker says no. Yes, it's true. They are the one they're supposed to select after they've done their traditional consultations, Ifa and some other things. Like, okay, this is the person that. But why the governor coming? Because the governor, whether he likes or not, is going to leave that seat in the next 2-3 years. So you want to leave them with another crisis? You want to let this house, because they are all one family. So by the time, so that is the reason. Me, I'm of the opinion that the government should not interfere in traditional,
but over time, the government are also not backing down when it comes to traditional rulers. Every time things like this come up, people tell them, no, you can't interfere, because some of you don't even know our tradition that much.
That is it. That's my point.
You can't come and sow a seed in our family where you don't belong here, but still they are not backing down. So everything at the end of this still boils down to politics.
Okay. Let's quickly look into the second, issue that happened yesterday in our country. It's about the NFF. The NFF also officially unveiled Eric Sekono. The man is, I know you might be a little bit, but as a journalist, it's expected for you to know everything that is happening in your society. The NFF is the Football Federation, and we've been having issues. We have issues. One of the big tasks that we'll be facing now is to qualify to World Cup 2026. Although we've already qualified Stephen Eguavon. So suddenly we just saw last week a news broke out that the NFF, the Nigerian Football Federation, has also, appointed another man from Mali.
Mali? Why not a Nigerian?
So that's why I'm asking you, Mali.
So
Anifa,
are they trying to say we don't have capable hands that can run that?
This is a question that every Nigerian has been asking. That why not pick our indigenous coach? Why?
Because we're very sure that we have people that are actually very capable in the country that can be the coach of the Super Eagles.
So, but we don't know. It's only NFF that can explain. But no, you trust Nigeria now, Anifa. They are started bashing and trolling, on social media that
Well, appointment has been made already. Now, isn't it too late? Can it be reversed?
I don't know whether maybe, although one of the conditions was like, this man must make sure that Super Eagles qualify for World Cup. And the World Cup qualifier is going to open by March this year. So on top of the group, we have 3 points.
Okay.
So South African has 7 points.
How many more points do we need to qualify?
I think we have like 5 matches. So either 5 matches, if you win 1 match, it's 3 points.
Okay.
So eventually now somebody saying that sport analysis says that we must win at least 4 of these matches or drew 1. We must not lose 1.
What? This is really.
We must win 1. We must win 4 out of 5, and we must drew 1, not lose. And this is a group we have South Africa.
Saying we must win the 5.
Let's just say we must win the 5. Is it possible? Yes. The remaining team members there in that group, are they here to come and play? Everybody wants to qualify to World Cup. So see how challenging it is. Although we have the best player today in the world, not even in Africa. If you could remember, we have a best African footballer of the year, Lukman Ademola. We have like the likes of Osimhen. We have a lot of them. Yeah. So with this, we are hoping and optimistic that definitely, but I know it's going to be a very task. So I don't know the magic this man is going to pull to make sure.
He's up to tax.
So
if he's up to tax, then we forgive that, he's not a Nigerian and he's capable. Then we know that, it was by merit he deserved it.
Although when they asked the former NFF president, I'm talking about Pinnick, Amaju Pinnick, he says that when they announced, people were calling him. His phone was ringing here and there. He just shook his head like, people did not know this man. I mean, I'm talking about the new coach. Like, this is a man that has won virtually like 70 to 68% of his matches in his career.
That means trying to say is a good fit.
That they should forget about is coming from Mali or is doing this or is doing that. And so this morning again, I came across a post that this man, this coach, his mom was saying that he's one of the big fan of Super Eagles, right from when he was very young. He has been watching that. If you ask this man to mention the legend of Super Eagles in the 90s, he can mention everything. Wow. That when he was playing, during time when you do play PlayStation, that game that we used to play, that he used to choose Nigerian as his team then, and he used to wear Nigerian jersey. So that shows that this man is part of us. Yes, he might not be part of us by indigene or by nationalism, but he is part of us by the love and the whatever it's called. Maybe let me say the love that he has for the country. So let's see the work he's going to pull out and in the new task this man is having in hand. The first thing is that he must qualify Super Eagles for 2026 World Cup. So let's quickly have a short. I mean, we are going to be having our newspaper. We call it a day this morning. The newspaper review, please. Welcome back, and we are going to be having our newspaper review this morning. Let's look our Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Let's see what they have for us for Daily Trust. If how Boko Haram on Daily Trust, the headline this morning: how Boko Haram killed 40 farmers in Borno. Look at that big story. Do we still have 40? Do you still have Boko Haram?
We still do. We still do have Boko Harams, actually, just that they're not making rounds like they used to.
What is happening? I think it's only time when we want to have another elections, because now, whether we like it or not, yes, next election is 2027. But this is the year that everything will start working the way it's supposed to work. And now 40 people, and I want to tell you something.
40 farmers.
40 farmers.
Farmers.
People that give us food. That means we should be, should we
last
say...
week, we even saw in the news where Zulum was saying, oh, he's giving, he's subsidizing for the farmers. And just this week now, 40 farmers.
If you kill 40 farmers now, tell me now, how many remain in the farm? And this is the major issue that we've been having in the last 2 years or thereabout, because farmers say they can't go to the farm to farm. And if the farmer can go to farm to farm, now tell me, how are we going to have food? Now you're telling us that 2025 again, there will be a kind of hardship in terms of food?
We're already facing that right now with the hike in food prices, because the workforce we have on the farm before is actually not what we have right now. The ones that are not being killed, you see a situation whereby the bandits are imposing a huge amount of levy on them to pay, and it's better off they just stay back at home, because your security is not granted. You go to the farm and you're not returning back home.
Let's have another this. Yes, still on Daily Trust. It says the victim for mass, they are going to have a mass burial today. This is very sad. Well, federal government confirms bird flu. Wow, another COVID is looming. Another COVID.
Another pandemic.
Pandemic. With this hardship, hunger, are you telling us that we're going to be having another lockdown? Federal government confirms bird flu outbreak in Kano, Northwest. And in fact, this is a very big one. Tax reform bills top agenda as National Assembly resumed today. I saw it on maybe Guardian that they've already removed some of the controversies, bills in that bill that likely is going to pass the stage today. So let's see. Since yes, okay. So the bird flu is something that we should also look at. Everybody should be careful. I think we need to go with our. We need to be careful and wash your hand properly. We can't at this time. Is not this time. We can't even take it this time around, because we have already we have a hardship and hunger everywhere. So telling Nigerians to go back in now to go and start, I don't think it's going to be possible. No, we can't. We actually can't. Let's have our Punch newspaper this morning. On Punch newspaper, inside the story. How what? And if can you help me? How hubris integrates powers play sealed Obasa's fate. It's politics. Yes. It's politics. That is what we're saying. I think I've said it. I keep saying that this year, 2025, is a year that all politicians is going to know. They are going to know their stance and where they belong before the 2027. Because if you check, I used to say this arithmetics. You just say it's 4 years that politicians have in power. It's not 4 years. Let me give you this calculation, Anifa. You see, we elected new president 2023, right? Yeah. They assumed office 2023 May. So from May to December is how many months? They have, let's say, 7 months. Yeah. No, don't forget it's May 29. It's not 7 months. It's 6 months. No, 7. It's May 29. So there's nothing in that May. It's only June. Yes, June. So let's say from June to December is 6 months. 6 months, yeah. So tell me, for any government, what do you want to do in 6 months? Organizing your cabinet. That 6 months, you have to, some president like, I want to get my ministers. Yeah, cabinet. So before you can get your ministers, your MDAs to work, there's no any budget. Let's say you want to use that 6 months. So the next year is the following year, that's 2024. You have to pass the bill. Now, or the budget rather, that's 2024. That was the year we finished last year. There are a lot of issues that you want to put in place. You want to do this, you want to appoint SA, you want to appoint this, you want to appoint that. That year, there's nothing. The government is looking for how to stand and how to put its feet on ground. Yeah. We're in the year 2025 now. We're already thinking of 2027. We're already thinking of 2027. And that's how it's supposed to be, because now there's something we call congresses.
So when is the time to get the job done?
When is the time for governance?
Yes. Where, because now if
Because the
you
president
just
too now, the
strategy,
policy of the
strategy,
president too now
strategy.
is that, okay, now I must be re-elected. The governor too, I must be re-elected. The senator, I must be re-elected. The House of Rep, I must be re-elected. The House of State Assembly, I must be re-elected. So tell me, when do you want to do the job?
The job. When?
Now this year, all politicians will be running, all parties, political parties will be having their congresses from the ward. That is where the politics starts. And that is what we saw yesterday when the impeachment of Obasa came in. Because Obasa, they started saying that, okay, this man wants to contest for governor. And the Constitution, the new law now says that if they impeach you in any position, you don't have any right to contest anything again in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes. So politically, this man...
is the end of an era for Obasa.
For Obasa.
Wow.
So, well, let's have the last paper so that we can wrap it up on the newspaper review. The Vanguard, 5 trillion. Am I right?
No.
Okay, that's on Vanguard. Like, it's still on Vanguard. We have the governor of Oyo State and the new Alafin of Oyo, showing there that he has received the staff of office. Like we said earlier, let's see where this tussle is going to take the people of Oyo. But we hope that the governments should just take clear out of this issue of traditional appointees or rulers or whatever you want to target. So on newspaper review, that's what we're going to be having for the newspaper review. And we will be having our last discussion before we close the morning show for today. That's what we have for our newspaper review this morning. Yes. So, Andifa, you see, we've seen a lot of issues and a topic on what happened yesterday. You see, based on what we've been discussing since, it's still centered on what our dailies are carrying today. That shows we are on track, and we're saying from the Super Eagle, the Alafin saga, and down to if not for the farmers that were killed in Brunei, which is so sad. Now we'll be having the ex-wife of Ooni of Ife. That's the ex-wife of Ooni of Ife, Naomi, and the Oriyomi Hamzat that was granted bail yesterday. They were granted bail, and everybody were happy. I saw the video where the school of that incident happened, where the children came out and the teachers were jubilating and were happy. You see, what will you say to this issue before let's see, what will you say to this issue?
This issue of Queen Naomi and Oriyomi Hamzat is actually very disheartening, because remembering far back in December, we know that stampede happened in Abuja, it happened in Anambra,
yes,
in Oyo State. It's actually a very tragic event. We're not trying to excuse that, but on the other hand, something seems very particular about the Oyo State one. It's as if the interest in that case is different, because we actually even yet to know the organizers of the ones in Abuja or the one in Anambra or so. But the one in Oyo State...
Why the interest?
That is actually now, coming from the social media angle, people have been having different opinion that maybe there are people behind it. And knowing Oriyomi Hamzat and what he does, fighting for people, always standing in front of human rights and the like. So maybe now this is time for the people he has fought in the past to get back at him or something.
It's possible.
So
it's possible.
A whole lot of controversies have actually been speculating around it. So we actually don't know, but at least it's actually a good thing that they actually get to be back with your family since last year, because it's sad to see that you're trying to help and at the end of the day,
bouncing back.
It bounced back at you. You can't even celebrate Christmas with your family. The New Year started, you were in captive, and it's just very sad, honestly.
It's very, very sad, actually, seriously. But we thank God, based on the story we had yesterday, that they were already they granted their bail yesterday, and now I think they've reunited back with their families. And let's see what will happen in a couple of days, and let's see what the law is going to say about it. But like you said, the same thing happening, the same time happened in Abuja. We did not even know we did not even hear about the organizer. We did not even know the same thing in Anambra. Why Oriyomi Hamzat? Why the Oyo State one? So that is the question that many people are asking, and that's what exactly why we too were asking, that why the issue of Oriyomi Hamzat. And the last but not the least on our discussion today is going to be the members of Lagos State House of Assembly have impeached Speaker Mudashiru Obasa over multiple fraudulent allegations. That's another issue. About the multiple fraudulent allegations.
Did the fraudulent allegation start yesterday or today?
Oh, well, who are we going to ask?
That's
If you ask
exactly
me,
why we say this is
who I go ask?
actually part of the plan of strategizing for the 2027 election, because yes, maybe he's guilty of these fraudulent activities, but why leave him that long? Mudashiru has been the speaker for like since 2015, I guess, till
15? No, he's a four-time speaker.
So till
if you
now,
say 2015 to 2019, that's for one term. 2019 to 2023.
That's another. So to 2024.
No, I think I started maybe since 2011 or thereabouts. He has been the speaker since the time of ACN.
So he has been there, and you have these issues with him, fraudulent activity. That means it didn't start today, it didn't start yesterday, it didn't start this year or last year. So why keep him that long? I feel now we know Obasa is getting too powerful. So it is like, okay, yes, you're getting too powerful for us, because
maybe
seeing
his
videos now, like, these are your videos, they're not doctored. We see how you talk in the House of Assembly. You always speak in proverb. If you're in the glass house,
authoritatively.
Don't throw stones. Like that. I watched one of his videos, and it seems like he has so much confidence. Like he knows. Like,
no. One thing about
untouchable. That's the word.
See, let me tell you something about politics. By the time you stay long, in a particular position, and like you said, someone that has been in that seat for the past, since 2011 or thereabouts. Tell me, what exactly do you want? Virtually all those members in the House of Assembly, some members of the Assembly are even new. So for somebody that has been there for 4 times or for the past 20 years or close to that, so he knows everything and every single. That's the reason why, from this National Assembly, I think I need to take #1 seat of this state.
Yeah.
I think that is where these issues and this clash of interest. And in Lagos State, you see, their politics is different. It's not like other states. You see, if it does not belong, there is this something we call GAC, Governing Advisory Counseling. That's where, and I think it's the idea of the president. Like, it's just like what I call it. It's just like it's a parliament that if you want to become anything, whether it be the governor or the Senate or the speaker, they must approve.
Okay. More like a committee.
Yes, they are not part of the government. They are not an active government that people used to see, like maybe this one is the House of. No, they are just an elderly people that decide, okay, this is kind of person, and these have to go with loyalty. You have to bring yourself down. So because I saw one of the elders of the GAG says that Obasa has stepped on many toes, and that is the reason why they are having all these issues. Well, this is what we're going to be having for today, and I think we've tried to do just to some of these critical issues that happened yesterday in our country, from the impeachment of the speaker to the unveiling of the new head coach of Super Eagles, and also presenting of the staff to the new Alafin of Oyo, and down to the bail of Oriyomi Anzad and the ex-wife Oni of Ife. And I must say that, Anifa, you've done a great job this morning with us in the studio, giving us your own insightful, opinion and thoughts on these issues. Your contribution are very key and very huge in this morning on Politics and Business Television. And what will you have to say to our viewers, Anifa?
So, our viewers, thank you for joining us at this time, and we
your words. What do you want to give, to our viewers there out there?
Okay.